You know, one night in college, I was driving home, totally sober-ish.
Sure.
And as I drove through this tunnel that passes under train tracks, my headlights shone on a wild-eyed, frizzy-haired man in bloody hospital scrubs.
What?
Yeah, I lost control of the car, and as I skidded through the tunnel, I pinned him up against the side wall, and I swear to you, he looked me right in the eyes, and he started laughing.
I don't like this.
It was stone cold terrifying. I slammed the car into reverse and drove off into the night. Haven't been back to my hometown since.
Dude, are you serious?
Nah, just trying to be spooky.
What are your top 3 most problematic Halloween costumes?
Okay, Justin Trudeau as Aladdin.
Oh, yeah, that was regrettable.
Heidi Klum is the many-armed Hindu goddess Kali.
Be better, Heidi.
And once when I was 10, my mom bought me a thrift store Superman costume that was way too small.
So
we didn't realize until we had already left the house that it was so skin tight you could see the outline of my entire little prepubescent man piece in all 2 inches of its glory.
Oh no.
Yeah, it looked like a vacuum-sealed stack of dimes.
A little sous vide cocktail Frank, huh?
All my friends called me Super Peter for the next, well, ever since, really.
Super Peter. You ever notice how many horror movie villains murder people with lawn equipment?
Well, sure, Leatherface uses a chainsaw.
Jason's got his brush-clearing machete, and Freddy uses a hedge-clipping glove.
Seems like they all just went out to the garage and grabbed the first thing they saw.
Hollywood should jump it up a notch, make a movie about an undead farmer who rides his thresher around, literally mowing people down.
Ooh, I'd watch that. Call it The Harvest.
No, The Reaping. God, should we write this movie?
We should. But we won't. One year when I went out on Mischief night, I got hit so hard in the face with an egg, I peed myself. Luckily, I was already holding a roll of toilet paper, so I just shoved a bunch down there to soak it up and went right on merrily vandalizing. Fun times.
Studies show on Halloween you are 99% more likely to hear your neighbor scream, "Well, if you knew the exact right amount of nerds to buy, maybe you should have got the goddamn candy this year, Kevin."
Yeah, well, maybe if you learned anything at all from when we run out of candy every single year, we wouldn't be having the same fight again, Sharon.
Yeah, well, you're a fat dick and I wish I never married you.
Oh, real mature. You know what I think this is really about? I think this is still about that bath I took on virtual horse racing. You know, you just can't let it go, can you?
You brought it up.
Your eyes brought it up, Sharon.
If you have Halloween decorations that are taller than your house, you are overdoing it. What happened to a few pumpkins and some corn stalks? Why did I just walk by a 26-foot robotic Jack Skellington? What kind of bizarre flex is this? And where are you storing this behemoth the other 334 days of the year? God, I don't get it.
You know what I always thought would be a great kind of creepy band name? The Entity.
How about Nuke Jupiter's Traveling Midnight Death Disco?
Boneyard Hermit.
Famous Last Worms.
A Jar of Teeth.
The Spree.
Oh, so ominous. I mean, unless it's a shopping spree, in which case it's delightful. What kind of lesson is Halloween teaching kids? Like, never take candy from strangers, except for this one night, though, where you take it from every stranger you can find within, like, a 7-block radius.
Yeah, like, approach their home and demand they give you the one thing you were told never to take from them.
Yeah, and be enthusiastic about it, too. Put on a little show. No phoning it in.
You really gotta want it.
You ever read somebody's long, heartfelt, romantic proclamation on Facebook and immediately think, no fucking way he wrote that?
Oh, you think your friends are using ghostwriters?
Well, something's going on because it's always like the by far the most eloquent thing I have ever heard from that person.
Yeah, like your usual posts are grammatically horrific tirades about the Jets. How does a birthday post for your wife suddenly read like it was whipped up by a team of lawyers and the city's best PR firm.
Exactly. It's like, wait, is that a correctly used semicolon? Okay, I call bullshit. This is about as believable as an athlete's public apology.
They could be using ChatGPT.
It could be hiring a well-read TaskRabbit. You know, I have my theories, but none of them include my friends suddenly learning how to sculpt romantic prose.
I'm starting to get legitimately concerned about Pete Davidson's workload. People are always cracking jokes about his eyes, how he looks so tired all the time. Well, maybe if we let him take a goddamn nap instead of cramming him into 89% of current TV and movie productions. Last night he popped up in a documentary I was watching about the James Webb Telescope. Maybe take a little you time, Pete.
I'd like to be rich, but not so rich that I could afford to turn any hobby into a full-on obsession.
What, like James Cameron?
Exactly. You know, his grandchildren are like, why doesn't Grandpa ever come to Christmas?
Because Grandpa's 50 fathoms below the surface of the sea. He belongs to the deep now.
Yeah, that's too much money. You know, we've been watching this show on Netflix about Japanese kids being sent out to run errands for the first time.
Boy, television is really getting oddly specific.
I watched a literal 3-year-old walk down the street to pick up sushi for his entire family.
Yeah, that seems safe.
They got like little air tags on them, so they're not too worried, but yeah, essentially they're like, look, you're 3, buddy, free ride's over. Time to start pulling your weight.
All 35 pounds of it. Sure, you only recently stopped shitting your pants, but I'm pretty sure you can handle carrying home the 50-piece omakase special.
Man, I gotta stop coddling my daughter. She could be saving us a fortune on Postmates delivery fees.
Oh yeah, by the time she's 7, you can just toss her the keys. Hey, go get the car washed and pick up some smokes for yourself while you're at it.
You earned them, kid. I often find myself wondering, where are all the rabid raccoons? As a kid, I was led to believe these things were everywhere. It was like a top 3 societal concern. Thought they were waiting to pop out of every single trash can to bite my sweet, soft boy neck. Disappointed isn't the right word, but I do feel lied to. You know, I was a chronic sleepwalker as a young kid.
Oh, nice. You ever do anything super weird?
Oh yeah, exclusively weird stuff. I used to wake up in the pantry hugging a sack of potatoes.
Scandalous. We talking russet or Yukon Gold?
And one time I walked in on my parents doing it.
Yikes. Wait, I thought you don't remember things when you sleepwalk.
I don't remember it. They just told me it happened years later.
Why would they tell you?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. That's a good question. Why did they tell me?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's hilarious, but yeah, they could have easily let you go your entire life without knowing that ever happened.
But now I have to live with the fact that somewhere in the deep recesses of my subconscious, my brain knows it saw my parents doing the diddly.
The diddly? Who are you, Ned Flanders?
I had to explain pink eye to my daughter today. Still haven't got my appetite back.
Humans have so many ailments. Which one's that again?
Oh, that's the one where you get some butt germs in your eyeball, and then while you're asleep, your eyeball crusts over, and you wake up blind, and then you drip pus and ooze for several days.
All that from a little poop in the eye? You people are so sensitive.